Hi there everyone, Life DIY Josie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Thrifty Thursday when I do a throwback of one low budget idea every Thursday. I'm just showing you here all the materials that I'll be using, but I will be putting them all in the description box below. But before we continue, I'd like to welcome anyone who's new to my channel to subscribe and also click that notification bell so that you will not miss any of my new uploads. I'm going to be starting off by creating the bottom portion or connecting the bottom portion first, because that's how I'm going to be assembling this so that it will be sturdy. I'm going to do from the bottom first. So I'm going to be using two paper towel holders, and these are the painted wired paper towel holders that the Dollar Tree sells. And also I'm going to be using one of the large wire baskets. I'm just looking at the center point. The slat of the wire basket side will be connected to the opening of the paper towel holder. So I'm just going to be aligning the wires to each other like so. I'm just going to make sure that it's centered. And the way I tie up the zip ties, I do it where it's diagonal. As you can see here, I'm giving you an up close look. And to make it sturdier or stronger connection, I am looping or winding my zip ties 2 to 3 times diagonally, capturing the corner of that slat or the wire basket and then connecting it onto the body or the wire of the paper towel holder. I use 2 zip ties to connect each side, so one on each connection, and then I am cutting the excess zip tie. And be very careful, because once you cut it, it's going to be a little sharp. And as you can see here, I am turning the very tip when I cut it to the side so that it will be a little bit hidden. Now I'm just showing you here, I'm trying to also kind of measure up the top, and I want to leave probably an inch space from the top so that I can use that as my handle. And then also I just want to make sure, because I'm going to do a 3-tier or 3-shelf organizer, I want to make sure that I have enough clearance on each one in between each shelf. Obviously, because I am fitting 3 shelves or baskets here, the first 2 trays or baskets will not hold items that are too tall, but the top one you can put items that are taller because there's nothing blocking it. So what I'm doing is I'm tying my second shelf first loosely. I am not tightening my zip ties, so it's just the same tying the zip ties that I did at the bottom. The only difference is the first shelf is sitting on the bottom half portion of the paper towel holder. So this is now my third basket. I'm doing it loosely on each side. Reason being, because this is the only way or the better way without using a clamp, so that I will not struggle. And then I'm going to slide it up this way, and then that's when I will tighten it up once I'm on my desired height. So that's the top one. And then I've also raised the second shelf and then tightened it, and then cutting all the ties. So with this initial setup, because I have another setup later that I'm going to show you, with this initial setup, I'm trying it with the spices. So I'm just putting our spices, putting the shortest or the smaller ones at the bottom, the medium-sized bottles at the center, and then on the top would be the taller or bigger bottles. So it's perfect. You can put it on the counter, or you can put it inside your cabinet or in your pantry. So if you have a small kitchen and you don't have a lot of storage space even in your cupboard, you can just keep this out next to your oven or your stove. You can also put your other seasonings there. If you have condiments, you can use this for that. You can use it also to store onions, potatoes, gingers, tomatoes, even garlic. The things that you wouldn't want to put inside a refrigerator, you can use this as well for these items. You can put fruits like bananas, apple. I want to show you also another option. You can spray paint this because this comes in silver and black only. These are the pencil holders that they sell at Dollar Tree. I have a couple of small ones, actually total of 4. So you can also use the smaller zip ties to connect them, 2 on each side. So that can hold pens, pencils, brushes for your craft items, or if you want to use it in the kitchen, you could probably put your utensils there on the sides. So the possibilities are endless here again. But since that's not going to be my final setup for this project, this is just something that I'm showing you so that you have more options. You can actually buy the bigger one. And if you want more space, you can actually add this 2 wings. I call them wings because they're on the side. For this, I'm just using the medium size wire basket. And you can anchor this on the other half or the outer part of the bottom of the paper towel holders and just connect it with zip ties. But that's not how I'm going to be using these 2 baskets. I'm going to be assembling it, leaning it like this. But I just want to show you first how I reinforce my zip ties. So once you have assessed that everything is leveled and you have everything in the desired height, each shelf or basket, go ahead and add your hot glue, or if you want to use E6000 to reinforce, but hot glue will work perfectly fine. So you can just put some glue in the hole, which you see there, the space, and then just fill it up with hot glue, and that will anchor it much stronger. It's a better and stronger connection. And aside from that, I'm also applying some hot glue at the tip, you know, the sharp edge, just so it could protect me so that I will not get any cuts. I also seal that one so that it will not unravel. And of course, again, like I said, protection. So I'm going to do that on all the connections. Then I'm going to be attaching the 2 baskets, standing up like this one, leaning onto the paper towel holder. I'm just looking at the middle portion, I'm centering it, and then I'm going to do the same crisscross connection that I have implemented or have done with all my other zip tie connections. So I'm doing that on both sides. And I just want to let you know that I'm only attaching the top part of the basket. I'm not even adding more onto the bottom. You can do that if you want to make it a little bit more stable, but to me this is fine with just 2 additional zip ties, 2 on the top of each of the baskets to connect to the handle. And then I applied more hot glue in the crevices or the holes to make sure all the connections are stable. And here it is. I set it up kind of like a sewing organizer, something that a sewer, somebody who likes to sew, might use. So there are some scissors here. There are also hole punchers. I have twines, I have ribbons, I also have threads. So this one would also be good for organizing your craft paint. But instead of using the wire baskets on each side, use the pencil holders that I showed you earlier for the brushes or for the paint palettes. So yeah. And also you can use this to organize your makeup and nail polishes. Oh, I just want to point out also that I use the dowel rod there to hold my ribbons. In your home office, you can use this to sort out your paperwork or your mail. And if you are a homeschooling parent, you can use this as well. Or if you want to give this as a gift to a teacher so that she can use this on her desk, you can do that too. The possibilities are endless, everyone. You can have so many uses for this one. So I hope you enjoyed this video, everyone, and I'll see you again next week for another Thrifty Thursday. Bye!